Good morning, everyone. I feel that a lot of people in India, as well as the world, have this burning desire or passion to game on computers or PCs. And it's very important in this desire to know how much money you should be spending and what kind of components and what kind of gameplay can you expect within a particular budget. So that's why I'm creating this particular video where I'll be discussing the components which I feel would make for a really nice gaming computer or gaming PC within a budget of 50,000 rupees. All of us in fact dream of having really nice gaming setups, right, with multiple RGBs, really high frame rates, curved ultra wide gaming monitors, and with mechanical keyboards, highly sensitive mouse, and everything, right? But a lot of times it's not possible because those kind of setups cost a lot of money. So if you are going to spend your hard earned money, it's really important to understand what kind of capabilities you can expect within a particular budget. So in today's video, I'll be showing the components and the websites from where or which I prefer to buy my PC components from. But I would also like to urge you to do your research, do a bit of scouring around the net to see if there are certain websites or there are certain local shops or retailers as well where you can get a better price. My two websites of choice where I have purchased all these PC components till date. So I started building my PC in 2015 when I first got into a job, and then I've been upgrading and updating parts and bits and pieces. It's a decent gaming PC as of now. So most of the components that I have in my system, I have purchased either from MD Computers or from Prime AVGB. So I feel in India, these two are the best websites for your gaming or any kind of PC requirements. Most of the time, both of these sites have very similar pricing for all the components. 1,000 here more or 1,000 here less is usually the case. So I would urge you, if you are looking for a particular component, do a search on both the websites. Obviously, you can go to your local retailers or shops as well. But one thing which I've noticed here is that if you go to shops and all, you might save a couple of thousand rupees, but at times you might make a bad decision as well, right? Because not all of the shops are reputable, not all shops will give you good advice. So let's jump into making a gaming PC for under 5,000 rupees. So since our aim is to make a gaming PC, the very first thing which we should focus on is getting a decent enough GPU or graphics processing unit. So GPUs are the brains on which our games run, right? A good or a decent GPU will make your gameplay better. You will get higher frame rates and all. So I would suggest getting a NVIDIA GTX 1060. This is a 6GB card and it is a really nice card, a value for money card for 1080p gaming, right? Most of us in India as well as over the world don't play games in 4K or 8K. We do gaming in 1080p, which is 1920 by 1080 resolution. And for that resolution, we don't need an ultra powerful GPU, right? You don't need a RTX 2080 to do a 1080p gaming, right? Instead of that, save some money and spend on some other components. So I would recommend getting this particular graphics card, Galaxy GTX 1660 for 18,000 rupees. So this is recommended, add to the cart. Now moving on to the actual brains of our system, right? We need a CPU. So since our major aim of this building this particular PC is to game on it, we don't need a very powerful CPU. A decent enough CPU will do the job because most of the game rendering would be done by our GPUs. A little bit of communication and stuff like that is being handled by the CPU in this entire process. So we are going for a decent enough CPU, which is Intel Core i3 9100F. This is not a very powerful CPU, but this will do the job, right? It is good enough for your gaming requirements and any other requirements. Say for example, you want to do a bit of video editing. Say for example, you want to do a bit of streaming and all that, right? So this would be a good enough CPU for that. This is the latest series of CPUs which Intel has released. So this is a recommended buy, add it to the cart. So now since we have a GPU as well as CPU, we need our motherboard, right? Where we will be mounting all the components of our system. So we can go overboard and purchase a really nice motherboard, but since we are beginners and we are not going to tinker around with the settings of our BIOS a lot, we need only a good enough motherboard, right? So I would suggest going for this particular Micro ATX motherboard, which is from Gigabyte. This is H310M series. This motherboard is not over the top, but it has everything that you need for to start gaming with. Recommended from my side. Obviously, since it's a micro ATX motherboard, you can only put one GPU. If you go for a bigger motherboard or a costlier motherboard, then you can add maybe 2 or 3 GPUs as well. But at this, within this particular budget of 50,000, this is the best buy according to me. So recommend it and add it to the cart. Next, we need RAM. We don't need a lot of RAM for gaming. We need a certain good amount of RAM. Since we are on a tight budget, I would recommend getting a single 4 GB stick. Right? You can obviously spend more and get 8 GB stick. Since we are starting, let's restrict ourselves and get a 4 GB DDR4 RAM. This is the latest generation of RAM, DDR4, and it runs at a decent speed of 2400 MHz. So recommend it, add it to the cart. Now we need certain amount of storage or space where we can save our games as well. So an SSD would have been a really nice addition for our gaming system, because an SSD would help you to load your games faster because it has higher read and write speeds. But since we are on a stricter budget, we'll go with a hard disk drive. Nowadays, the hard disk drives are also really good. So I would recommend getting this Seagate 1TB Barracuda 7200 RPM hard disk drive. I have been using Seagate Barracuda drive for almost 5 years now. I have a 2 TB hard disk of the same Seagate Barracuda, 8 TB hard disk and SSD. So that combination works really well. I would recommend getting this particular hard drive for now. You can obviously later upgrade to a SSD as well. So recommended, add it to the cart. Now coming on to the PSU. The PSU is what will provide power to all the components of our gaming system. So this is the portion where a lot of people tend to get confused, as in how much of PSU is good enough for their particular PC. So to solve that confusion, what you can do is quickly look up or do a search on Google for PSU calculator or power supply calculator. You would find a Cooler Master link as well. There are a lot of different links which will come up, but I would recommend going to this particular Cooler Master link. So what this particular website allows you to do is to fill in the details of the system that you are building or looking to build, and then it can give an approximate calculation of how much wattage you require, and then you can make a choice accordingly. So let's quickly do that. So for CPU, you are using an Intel CPU. This CPU is based on LGA 1151 socket, right? So there are different socket types. This is LGA 1151. We have filled our particular CPU type here, Core i3 9100F. Our motherboard is micro ATX, that we have done. Our GPU is from NVIDIA and it is GTX 1660. So we have entered that. So we are going to only use a single stick of 4 GB DDR4 RAM. So let's add that. We don't have an SSD for our gaming system as of yet, so we are not adding anything. For hard disk drive, we are using a 3.5-inch hard disk drive, 7200 RPM. So we have added all the components of our gaming system. So this comes out to be around 261.5 watts. So let's purchase at least a 450 watt PSU, because that will give us certain amount of headroom when we add our fans for cooling, when we add RGB lights, etc. So let's go back to our MD Computers website. So this particular PSU, which is from Antec, is 450 watt. This would be good enough for our particular gaming system. I would recommend, if you can spend a little more, then purchase a 650 watt PSU, because this will give you a lot better headroom for upgradation or ablation in the future. But for now, since we are on a very strict budget, getting this 450 watt PSU would be good enough for us. So recommended, add to the cart. So after this, we need a cabinet or a case wherein we can put all our components of our gaming PC, right? We cannot assemble, obviously we can assemble our system outside of the case as well, but running it for a longer duration of time is not a practical solution for us, right? Because there are concerns about airflow, how will you be able to cool your system and stuff like that. So what we have to do is we need just a basic case at this or within this budget. So I would recommend getting this Deepcool Matrix 30. This looks like a really nice case, has a mesh in the front, there is a rear fan, so you can install fans in the front, in the rear. So this is recommended, add to the cart. So I think we have roughly used 41,000, 42,000 of our entire budget. We still have 10,000 rupees left which we can use. So on most of the YouTube videos or websites or the articles which I have read, I've seen that people tend to recommend only these components when recommending a gaming PC build. But without a monitor, you don't have a entire setup, right? Without a monitor, you will not be able to even use your gaming PC. So I would recommend getting a decent enough monitor. The major purpose for which we are building this PC, for which we are assembling this PC, is to game. Getting a decent gaming monitor is a must. So I would recommend getting this particular monitor from Acer. This is Acer VG240Y 75 Hz. So 75 Hz is the refresh rate of the monitor. Higher the refresh rate of the monitor, quicker will the frames come on the monitor, right? Monitor will be able to display a lot more frames. More the number of frames, the smoother your gameplay or your experience would be, right? For example, I run my games on a 144 Hz monitor, and gameplays are very much smooth as compared to a 60 Hz monitor. The other major benefit of this particular monitor, that's why I'm recommending this, is that it has a 1 millisecond response rate. Most of other monitors, like a lot of monitors which you will see are a lot more cheaper, have a 5 millisecond response rate. How does that affect your gameplay? So response rate can be seen in when you move your mouse. So for example, if I move my mouse and the cursor also moves with it, right? So if your monitor has a higher response rate, then you will see there is a visible lag, obviously, which you will not see in your day-to-day use. You will be only able to see this lag between the movement of the mouse and the movement of the cursor only when you are gaming. So I would recommend getting this particular monitor because this has 1 millisecond response rate. It is extremely accurate. Also, this is AMD FreeSync enabled. So if in certain point in the future, if you change to a AMD graphics card, then you can obviously enjoy FreeSync as well. So one final thing, I think we need a very basic keyboard as well as a mouse to start our gaming. At any point in time in the future, if you look to upgrade, it makes sense to upgrade to a better keyboard and mouse, because this is the way through which you are interacting with your game. So but for now, since we are on a very strict budget of 50,000, let's get this particular combo from Logitech. This is just for 1100 rupees. So recommended, added to the cart. So now let's look at our cart and see how much we have spent and if we have anything left. So we have opened our cart and quickly taking a look, the total comes out to be around 51,983 rupees. So we are 2,000 over the budget. This is okay for now because we haven't overshot our budget by a very huge amount. We have just overshot by 2,000 rupees. So if you do a bit of searching on the net, on the Google, then you might be able to reduce or save some amount of money from this total as well. But as it stands, all these components put together will give you a very good gaming experience, will make your experience of gaming enjoyable. And all of these components that we have added in our gaming system are capable of running AAA titles, require the most amount of gaming horsepower, right? So AAA titles like Titanfall 2, latest Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. So those titles require a lot more horsepower to run. So our current system, we rest assured that it is capable of running all those titles at really good refresh rates. And if you are looking to do a lot of competitive and battleground sort of gaming, like such as PUBG and stuff like that, or if you are into Counter-Strike and other similar games, first-person shooters, then this particular setup will definitely give you really nice frame rates. So I think that's about it from my end for this particular video. In next video, I would tackle a gaming PC within a budget of 1 lakh rupees. So please be on the lookout for that particular video. If you like this video, please share this with your friends, family, and whoever is interested in building their own PC or assembling one for gaming. Thank you and have a good day.